Hello, wonderful friends. Welcome to Moon in Canada, your special place for enchanting 3D English moral stories. We believe every tale can brighten your day and warm your heart. Here, you'll find captivating adventures filled with kindness, honesty, and wisdom. Each story inspires imagination and teaches valuable life lessons in a fun, engaging way. Our characters will guide you through journeys of discovery. These beautifully animated stories are perfect for young learners, families, and anyone who loves a good tale. Join our growing community of story lovers. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an adventure. At Moon in Canada, our stories shine brighter than the moon. We're so happy to have you with us.
You'll be shocked, or perhaps not, to learn that the very first matriculation exam in the Indian subcontinent happened way back in 1858. The ever-so-wise British Raj, in its infinite generosity, decided something rather peculiar. Since the natives were only half as intelligent as the British themselves, their passing marks should also be halved. If the British standard was 65, surely 32.5 would suffice for us. How utterly thoughtful. 2 years later, in 1860, for the convenience of teachers, because who likes dealing with decimals, right? The marks were rounded up to a nice, neat 33. Here we are, 165 years later, still zealously hunting for intelligence in our children through those sacred, magical 33 marks. Bravo, what progress! Now let's switch the scene to Japan. The land of discipline, courtesy, and, irony of ironies, a country that teaches only one subject until grade 3. And what might that be? Mathematics? Science? Robotics? No, it's morality and manners. One cannot help but wonder, how did the Japanese stumble upon Hazrat Ali's timeless words? He who has no manners has no religion, while we, the custodians of this very heritage, seem to have misplaced it entirely? Perhaps it got buried under piles of exam papers and red ink. A friend once visited Japan and casually introduced himself at the airport as a teacher. The response was so overwhelming he almost believed he had been mistaken for the Prime Minister himself. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the secret recipe for the rise and fall of nations. You don't need nukes, you need respect, especially for teachers. Ishfaq Ahmed once shared his own experience from Italy. He had to appear in court, and upon introducing himself as a teacher, something magical happened. The judge and everyone else present stood up in respect. Imagine. It was in that moment he realized that the true measure of a nation's honor lies in how it esteems its educators. Only those societies that honor education and love their future generations actually understand this. Meanwhile, back in our glorious homeland, social studies isn't even considered a subject worth teaching in practice. Why bother teaching society when you can just lecture about it? In Japan, however, it's not taught as theory but lived daily. In their schools, from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., teachers and students alike are busy cleaning classrooms, corridors, and toilets. No janitors, no excuses, just discipline, dignity, and responsibility in action. Our education system is a masterclass in copy-paste engineering. Children have practically become publishers. Teachers, in their creative brilliance, simply transcribe what's already written in the textbook onto the blackboard. Students, in turn, faithfully photocopy it into their notebooks. The same recycled nonsense is then handed back in exams, sometimes with important questions generously highlighted in advance. Teachers set the papers, invigilate the exams, check the answer sheets, and then, surprise, surprise, award the marks themselves. A beautiful cycle, perfectly closed, like a snake swallowing its own tail. But hey, let's not complain. After all, what could be more satisfying than living in a system where 33 marks have been the crown jewel of intelligence for over a century and a half? Surely that's enough to make us world leaders, at least in the art of mediocrity.
Thank you for watching Moon in Canada. We hope you enjoyed today's 3D moral story and found inspiration in its beautiful message. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Your support helps us bring more heartwarming tales your way. Moon in Canada, where every story lights up your world.